Morning, welcome back to RealVacantLand.com and this live feeds Luke Smith. Last week had a little technical difficulties, ran a live short one off the phone. This time it looks like things are going. Let me know in the chat if something's not working right and I'll try to get it fixed. So welcome, thank you. I'm going to hit a couple buttons here, see if I can smooth some things out. And so we got a couple people logging in, and so that's cool. I wanted to talk about land this morning. So I was on landinvestors.com last night, and there was a good thread on there. If you guys have never been to landinvestors.com, maybe I could throw that one up on the screen just for a sec. It's about and buying and selling land. It's put together by the Land Academy guys, and there's a bunch of nice people on there talking about deals, buying and selling land. And they're, can you do this? Would you do that? How about this and how about that? And a couple of guys were talking about this YouTube channel and doing one like it and others like it, and I said, yeah, go for it. I think we could all work off of each other and talk about land, learn off of each other, learn about buying, selling, improving, making land better, and making it more accessible to everybody, and the finance of it, and the paperwork side of it, the legal side of it, the whole gamut. So if you guys have questions, I'll try to answer them or try to find somebody that has an answer, try to look them up and get them back to you. But that's one website that's got a lot of history going there about different land deals, and you can search, whatever topic it is you have, and you probably run into something there as well. So there's a lot of it covered on that website. But if you got questions, throw them in there, and we'll see if it's working. So someone's saying buffering. Yeah, I'm getting some red lights here too. It looks like getting encoding overload. Let me check my settings, and I'll come back live in a couple minutes. I might have to change the settings, see if we can get that to work. Okay, we'll see if these settings work better on streaming. So thanks guys, sorry to go down and back up, and I guess it didn't turn that off. Let me change something here. All the phones go off at the same time. Okay, so yeah, so thanks for logging in, and I was just talking about questions about buying and selling land, how to buy sell land for yourself, for others, for buy land off the website and that kind of stuff. And I was pointing out the website landinvestors.com. I spent a bunch of time on there learning and teaching as well, but learning especially, and I think I learned by teaching, so it's the same kind of thing, right? So let's see if we got any comments going by with good questions. And then I wanted to jump into all kinds of different properties we've got. Jenny Rodriguez says, check out my website. When you need to call a potential landowner and cannot reach them by mail. There you go. T Fox was on there. He just missed it by a hair last week by the .com. And yeah, I'll give away some land. People asking about land. I'll give away some land today. I was just looking at the list, make sure I got like a list so I can look up and check and make sure the person hasn't won land before. And it looks like you're giving away 60 properties so far on this YouTube channel. I think that's pretty cool. 60 different properties. It's a lot of properties. I'm still working on paperwork on the last couple. I haven't got them out the door, but I'll get that going here pretty soon. Dan Potke says, good morning. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, guys. And did someone get a haircut? Well, I shaved. Maybe that was it. I lost some hair on top. That happens all the time, right? Can you add an RV friendly search option on site? Oh, that'd be good. RV friendly, whatever kind of stuff you can build. And so I used to send out email blasts of, hey, I got this new property, I'm all excited about it, I can't wait to tell you, and send it to all the people that are interested in properties. And then a bunch of people would get back to me and they say, no, I don't want property in California, or no, I don't want property in Arizona, or please only send me the ones that are RV friendly, please only send me the ones where I can do composting toilets, only send me the ones that have trees that are at least 30 foot tall. Please only send me the ones where the water table is shallower than 100 foot so I can use the do-it-yourself water well drilling rig. Please only send me the ones that the list goes on and on and on. Guys, I can't meet all the demands that you have about these properties. It's part of shopping land is you got to do the homework and figure out if you can do the stuff that you want to do. I mean, if you look at the regular retail sites out there, they don't tell you about zoning and what you can and can't do because it's a legal thing. They don't want to be responsible for saying, yeah, you can have an RV there, and then you go put your RV there and the sheriff shows up and says you can't because of one of 100 laws that, maybe someone read or knew or didn't know. And it's too hard to come up with those opinions when it's selling land. A lot of it is doing the research yourself and making your own opinion of what those rules are and aren't, what are enforced and what are not enforced, what's okay in that area, what's not okay. And a lot of it's whether you have neighbors or not. Like if there's no neighbors around to complain on the zoning and coding and rules and all the guidelines to go by, there's nobody to say you're doing it wrong. I mean, that doesn't work everywhere, but lots of the places of vacant land in the way out in the middle of nowhere with no neighbors to bug you and say, you can't do that. You can't leave your garage door open. You can't paint your house yellow because of ordinance number, 5,472 or whatever the stupid rule is. If there's no neighbors to call you on it, it's a lot easier to get away with that stuff. And if you go to places where there's a lot less people, it's a lot easier to find other neighbors that are more in line with that kind of mentality, that kind of view. So I think a lot of trying to get away with doing what you want to do is going further out of town, go off to the side somewhere where no one's going to bug you. And that's the point of a lot of this land. So yeah, A2 is saying, damn, Luke, people want you to do all the work for them. Yeah, I try to answer a lot of the questions about this land, but I can't get it all. And that's just part of it. So I wanted to jump into inventory and what we got on the website. I was just looking before this call, and just before we started the live call, there's 350 properties up for sale on the website. So that's a lot of land to look at, a lot of land to know all the regulations on. So let's just talk about the newest ones that came up. I didn't cover any of them last week, so this is kind of like the properties over the last 2 weeks. So we got a lot of different properties to cover. Let's take a look at them. There is one of the recent ones that just came up. This is a property I'm pretty proud of. Just got photo guy out there. Got some drone video as well. I don't have the video up on the website yet. That's like one of the things I'm going to work on today. He went out to, this particular photo guy went out to, I don't know, like eight or nine properties this weekend and got video and photo of them, and I'm trying to get those up on the website. He was saying he got blocked out of one of them because of snow. These are all Northern California properties. This particular one is in Mariposa County. I just sold the last of Mariposa County a week or two ago. It was sold out, so I just got a new one. So this one is 9.96 acres. It's basically 10 acres, and there's a little road that comes through here. Let's blow up some pictures. And so this is fall time, Mariposa County. These pictures are taken literally like 2 weeks ago or something. So here's the road down here, and the property's on this side of the road. It's south of this road, or I'm not sure which way they're looking. You can see the snow up in the hills. Ever since he took this picture, it's been raining. And so there's a strip of national forest land here on the side. It's Santa Luz National Forest. And I called the National Forest guys and I said, hey, can I drive through there over to my land? They said, sure. Especially if there's logging roads in there, you can use the logging roads. And there's a bunch of little logging trails. This whole thing's been logged and clipped. And people have been cutting firewood and brush. And it looks like they've been trimming the brush back and doing burn piles. Looks like there's a burn pile in between the road and the property. And when I looked at the title paperwork, see, I think this is an old burn pile, because you can see the property line here. This is when you look at it from the other direction. has a bunch of brush, so this property's got brush, but the National Forest looks like they've cleaned out a lot of the underlying brush, and they pile it up here and they burn it. I think they're trying to protect for fires, having a fire, less fire zone kind of thing. And so as you get into your property, it's got a lot of nice thick undergrowth, brush, trees, and everything. So these logging roads, I mean, it kind of goes up to the property. This National Forest says you can drive in there, and then there's easements down the borders of this land. And if you dig into the title paperwork, there's easements going to a couple of the neighbors' properties in a couple different directions. So I'm sure you can get access to this thing. So here's another shot. So it's this land up in here, this whole section. So there's a ravine in part of it, but you get this hill. This looks like a nice friendly spot to build a house looking out over the area. There's other houses tucked in the woods around the area. Here's some more of them back over here. There's another one over here. So neighbor's got a driveway going through the National Forest into his property. And so this whole hill and valley over here is the property. Should get to some maps. So this is, yeah, okay, so this is facing north. So this is that same road we were just showing. And here's the neighbor's, driveway and house. And then here's this property here. Here's an interactive map of that same one. It's that same road we were just looking at with the National Forest logging trails all over the place. There's easements on this side, and there's easements on this side, and I think I'm not sure if there's easements going down the south sides, but on the north side and on the south side there are, not on the east and west boundaries, what I should say. And if we zoom out, I'll show you where this property is. This is 10 acres, Mariposa. I forget how much I was asking. I think it was $49,000. Mariposa County, California. So we got Lake Tahoe up here. Let's go to a map. We've got Yosemite National Forest just up the hill. So if you go up to the highway here and go up, you're in Yosemite. So this is Yosemite's backyard. You're just down the hill from Yosemite. Mariposa is just here. Yosemite Valley is here. The property's over here. You can see how it's a national forest all over the place. Just national forest, national forest, national forest. So this one's hidden in national forest. A couple houses around the area. National forest on, I think, 2 sides of it. And Yosemite just right up the hill. I think beautiful piece of property. Oh, price pending. I still got to figure out the price for it. So if you guys have a good price recommendation, I don't know what the price is. I'll get that figured out today. Cochise County, Arizona. So here's another one. Very beautiful land, yeah. Andy Barnhart. So I think I'm sold out of Cochise County for all the ones that I know, but I've been on the ask for the last 3 years. Maybe not the last 2 months or 3 months or something, but the last 3 years before that, I've been the best price Cochise on the market time and time and time again. Every time I look at the market, and if I wasn't, I'd change the prices around a little bit to make sure I was. And I sold hundreds of properties in Cochise County, and I know the area quite well, especially down by Douglas and up the central third of the county. And so it's fun to see Andy coming in with some more properties in Cochise County. And he's got this one, $3,490 is what he's asking cash, or $500 down and $199 per month for 24 months. So whoever it was just asking about RV friendly land. This is RV friendly land. They've got a if you go to their website, planning and zoning website, you can fill out an RV permit like online. I think it's $25 to start living in your RV on the property when you plan on going to build something, doing like owner builder style, going to build something on the property. And so they want you to build something. You gotta fill out paperwork to do a building permit, but you can live in your RV while you're supposedly building something. It could take years and years to build something, but they want you to go build something. So here's Douglas down here, and here's the 191 going up to McNeil. I think McNeil has like a fire station, an elementary school, and that kind of stuff. I think they've got a post office as well. I don't know if they have banks and grocery stores, but they're the start of a community. And then not very far away from there, you've got this 5-acre property. Let's see what we can see in McNeil. Yeah, see, there's a school, there's a gas station, a post office, and a tire shop. And that's about what you get in McNeil. For Home Depot and that kind of stuff, you know, lumber. I don't know if there's a Home Depot in Douglas, but there's lumber and Walmart in Douglas. If you go down south, if you go over to Sierra Vista, you can get into Home Depot and Lowe's. So this property's got a weird shape. I'm not sure why it's missing a chunk off to the side, but maybe there's an old water well drilling site or something. Looking at it on the satellite, that's where a bush was. Maybe there is a water well there. I'm not sure. You have to ask Andy what the story is behind that weird shape. But 5 acres, a little road next to it, a little dumpy road, but still looks like you can drive right up to it, make it your own for pretty easy price. $500 down, $199 a month. People always ask me for Cochise, easy to build, go do it yourself land. You can build you could build a spaceship there if you wanted. I mean, you could build earthbag homes. You could build out of trash, recycled material, tires. I mean, you could build out of whatever materials you want, because in Cochise County, if you do owner builder, you can waive the building inspection, so you don't have to follow code, really. I mean, you're supposed to follow code, but nobody checks, so you can go for it. Baldwin County, Alabama, we got one. Here, James Alton, farmer 2, says, my mother has 2 5-acre parcels in Cochise, Arizona. She wants to find someone to help farm or sell with new wells and 3-horsepower pumps at 385 foot, 1 fence. He's got his, and he puts his mailing address in there. That's pretty cool. So the guy's got 2 5-acre properties with water. I mean, that's pretty neat too. Thanks, James, for sharing that. So watch the chat to see the details on that one go by. And then Baldwin County, Alabama, we got Jason Lydiard here, Baldwin County, Alabama. He's in Florida, and he keeps coming up with these Alabama ones. I mean, he gets some good ones. Let's see what this one is. I haven't looked at this one yet. So he looks like he's got it mapped out. It looks like it's on a paved road. It looks like there's a power line going by. It looks like there's a fire hydrant. If there's a fire hydrant, I'm wondering if there's water lines. There might be. 13. No, that's probably the APN number. It's not 13 acres. 196 foot, 200. Yeah, it's 1 acre. That's a weird looking APN. It's not like the western ones. Looks like you got farm across the street, house next door. They figured it out. I'm sure you guys can figure it out. How much is he asking for this? $9,000 or $1,000 down and $250 per month for 48 months, 0% interest. So 1 acre. Let's see what he says about water. I mean, it'd probably be really easy to drill a well, and taxes $81. Vacant agricultural land. Huh. That's pretty neat. Thanks, Jason, for posting that one. There's another. Well, this is Bay County, Florida. So let's see what this one is. He's asking $4,999. So Jason got another one, $4,999. I mean, he does the same thing I do. He sends out mail, and this is the kind of stuff he gets back. So I'm sure it's going to be the cheapest in the area. I'm sure he did his homework and got the cheapest anything around. So here we go. $5,000. It looks like it's got pine trees. Looks like there's a power line, a road. About 1/3 of an acre. Looks like the neighbor bulldozed their lot. Looks like kitty corner of the back, somebody's built a home. So I wonder what the regulations are. You put a well, look, there we go. There's some mobile homes in the area, so you could probably put a mobile home on this one, I'm guessing. Let's look at some maps and see where this is, because I don't know Florida that well. I'm always scared to do deals in Florida. I think I'm going to end up buying the swamp. Jason knows it a lot better than I do, so it's fun to watch his deals. Let's see where this one is. This is Pitt and Sylvan Springs. There's a Hardee's down the street. Where are Panama City? Oh, Panama City Beach. I used to drive down here to Panama City Beach when I was in high school. I'd go down after school on Friday as soon as school gets out and drive and get there when the sun comes up Saturday morning. So I was coming from northern Michigan, right? It's freezing cold. This is the closest warm beach, way up here. I'd come from up here, Traverse City, and gun it down here. We could make it before the sun came up on Saturday morning and then go hang out at the beach all day Saturday. Try to sneak into the clubs and bars and stuff on Saturday night. Go sleep on the beach and then get some more sun on Sunday morning and hit the road and try to get back for class on Monday morning. Those are some long weekends. A guy or two you could take turns driving and then try not to fall asleep in class, right? You get some sun. Everyone else is fluorescent white. Get a little bit of sun. That made it worth it. So here's it's a grocery store down the street. Post office. It's a seafood place. Yeah, nice cheap lot in Florida. Not that far from Panama City Beach. So you can get away from cold winters in Michigan or wherever you're coming from and get a place. I mean, you could put a second home in here, put a trailer in, have a place to get out of the snow and escape to or retire to. Let's see what else. So $4,999, or he's doing financing too. He'll do $500 down, $150 a month, or 36 months. Should have bought one of those when I was in high school. 5 acres. So here's one, 5 acres, Kern County. Good. I was just looking at this before the call and it said Los Angeles County. I couldn't get it to work. So he's got it changed. It's actually Kern County. That's good. So the girls fixed it. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for fixing it. Kern County, California, 5 acres and $3,990 or $199 down, $199 a month for 24 months. And I don't have the maps up on this one. I should get the maps up. I'll get the maps up soon. Somebody's saying goats, pigs, chickens, root cellar, spring house, smokehouse. Someone's got some plans. Deplorable duck. So is this working? Here. Pull up the old school maps. This is all the listings used to go this way. You click on the link. Bring it up. So it looks like a campground over here. So this is Kern County. So Kern County is Southern California. It's not very far from Los Angeles. It's on the backside of Los Angeles. It's kind of, if you're looking for a tan, this is a good place to go. This is further out. Okay, so Los Angeles is down here. Riverside is back here. And so if you come out the backsides of Los Angeles and you go head north up the 395, or what is this? I think it's the 395 right here, right? Goes up by Randsburg. Yeah, 395. Or you go through California City and cut over. But it's probably better if you come up the 395. Here's Adelanto. So if you come out the 15, take 395 north. Not sure what exit you take here, but click on this ad and go to the GPS coordinates. It's on the website. Kern County, 5 acres. It's on ruralvacantland.com is the website we're looking at. And Cuddleback Campground. Looks like there's a turnoff here. We could probably get the street view to work over here. Oh, look at that. We can even get it to work on whatever street this is. So this is a view of the area. And this is like an open slate. This is like an artist's clean palette. You can do whatever you want with this land. You want to get away with just about anything. These kinds of properties are for you. I mean, you can drive your dirt bike right out there. You can do your four-wheeler. You can, if you got the light strips on the front of your truck, you can do this at night. I mean, you could run right over these bushes. It'd be a lot of fun. Just, maybe buckle in so you don't hit your head on the roof. The problem I always had was you put the beer in the back of the truck, and then when you go over the bumps, the beer flies up and smashes. So you got to strap your beer in when you drive these kinds of roads too. It makes a real mess. So these kinds of properties, I mean, they're just open freedom kinds of properties. Go shoot all your guns, whatever gun you have. I mean, you can just go for it. You got a dog that's used to being on the leash, take him out here. No leash needed. You like horses, you go ride the horse all over the place. If you like goats, they'll chew on these bushes. I mean, you can do whatever you want with this kind of land. It's cheap, it's easy, and it's not very far from Los Angeles. So if we do, let's see Riverside. So like the backside of LA, if we go down to Riverside, it's 103 miles. Doesn't look like any traffic right now. It's 2 hours. It's a little further than I thought. So it's 2 hours out of the backside of Los Angeles, and you get away from all the people. There's nobody around. You can go out there for the weekend. I mean, 2 hours is an easy weekend trip. You can take your toy hauler and you can get all your toys out and have fun. And then you can pack up and you can go home. And you can come back next weekend. You can have your whole family gatherings there, friends from high school or whatever. You just have them all show up. Nobody's going to tell you otherwise because it's your own land. And I think you can drive all over the area too. I know it starts getting BLM land if you go over here, this Grass Valley Wilderness area, but I mean, you probably run out of gas in your dirt bike before you get over there. So the rest of this area is just like tear it up and go for it. Just have fun kind of land. So that's on the website. It's 5 acres, Kern County, $3,990 or $199 a month. Let's see what else we got. So here's another 5 acres in Cochise County. Let's see, this is probably Andy again. Jenny Rodriguez talking about doing road trips. We used to do the same thing from Nashville to Daytona Beach every month during the winter. Yeah, exactly. You gotta go do those road trips to make the winter sane, right? Let's just get stuck inside all the time. So here's Andy Barnhart. He's got a 5 acre Cochise County, 4.92, almost 5 acre. It looks like it's let's see where this one is. I just made this map. I think it's down by Douglas. I think Douglas is just south of here. Yeah, so there's Douglas. Let's put a map on the board, or a political map. So here's Douglas. This is where you can get Walmart and stuff like that. And then here's the property. So I wonder what happens if we do like driving directions from there to Walmart and Douglas Walmart. Let's see if we can pull this up. So there's a link, and all these listings, I've got links for the GPS. If you click on that in your phone, it should give you driving directions of property. So if you're in North America and you click on it, it should just say, you know, turn by turn, get you to go tour the property. Probably might have to buy gas depending on how far away you're coming from. You get the idea. Maybe buy some water before you go out and start walking around these things. 11 miles from Walmart is 21 minutes because it's some podunk roads the last little bit. Google doesn't know what to calculate them at. But then you get on Route 80, which is just a highway. It's like a 2-lane highway. We can do Street View on here. I'll show you what it looks like. But then it gets down to Walmart. Let's see if we can do a turn off here. Yeah, so this is the countryside. There's some bush. Whenever they did this, this was June of 2008. It's a little green here, but you can see some hills off in the distance. And this is what the countryside looks like. It's good horse country. I mean, you can go ride horses all over the place. You have to import food for the horses. It's not like Colorado or something where stuff's going to grow on its own. But you can, you know, there's farming areas in the area, so it probably doesn't cost that much for food. And bring them in and go horseback around the area and have fun. There's deer, there's coyotes, rabbits, birds of prey. There's a good deal of wildlife. There's hummingbirds. You'd be surprised at all the tropical birds that come in the winter. Maybe not tropical, but exotic birds that come through winter in a place like this. Yeah, so there's the actual turnoff. Let's see if we can get the little Street View guy to see the turnoff. Power line. Yeah, so a lot of these properties have cattle gates, you know, to keep the cattle in, or other ones have cattle, you know, cattle fences to keep them in. This one's got a cattle, what do you call it, cattle grate. Just pipes so cattle looks down and they don't think they can step on it. They're going to fall through, or they're scared of the vertigo thing, and it messes them up and they don't cross it. So it keeps the cattle in, keeps the cattle out of the road, but you can drive in there and go see the property. So there's another one of these Cochise County build whatever you want properties. It's like $25 for the RV permit to go live on an RV. I think it's $157 to do the owner builder paperwork to go build your house of whatever you want to build. $157. I mean, don't quote me on that number. That's what it has been. They might have changed it. They might change it by the time you get there. But, you know, gives you the idea, the basis. It's not like a couple $1,000s or something. Here's Pueblo County, Colorado. Decent paint takes care of most maintenance. I like that quote. So I'll try to keep up with the comments here as I can. 899 bucks. So Andy's got this one. Here's Pueblo County, Colorado. It's a 1/4 acre, or maybe 1/5 of an acre. It's more than 1/5, less than 1/4. 0.21 acres. Let's take a look at the pictures he's got. So Apache, here's a road, here's a little neighborhood laid out. Somebody started building a neighborhood. Doesn't look like it actually filled in very well. And that's Colorado City. So you can get really cheap lots there. It's a lake, golf course. So I guess you're right off a scenic road. Doesn't look like there's anybody else out at the end of this road. So you could probably just use this as a parking lot or something until you get your stuff built. So let's see where this is. $899 for land in Colorado. I think Andy's had a bunch of these over time, and they're mostly sold out, but now it looks like he got some more. It's a Colorado City. I think it's just south. Yeah, here's Pueblo, Colorado. There's Trinidad. Here's Colorado Springs. So a lot more people know Colorado Springs. So it's south of Colorado Springs. Let's see how far south. It's on the 25. It's like an hour, 72 miles, a little over an hour south of Colorado Springs. And that's south of Denver. So Denver, however far from Denver to Colorado Springs and down to the property. So it's southern central Colorado. And you could go explore all kinds of Colorado stuff from there for nice cheap property. I'm not sure what the rules and regulations are on that one. I've never owned property in Colorado. I don't know Colorado well enough. I've never started into it. Here's another one. This looks like the same kind of property in Pueblo County. So he's got a couple of them to choose from. So if you're going over to look at them, might as well go look at a couple of them. This one's 0.24 acres, a little bit bigger. And then here's one in Apache County, Arizona. So a lot of people are always asking, like earlier, they're asking for ones that are easy to put RVs on. We got this Apache County land. This one's Andy Barnhart. And I've sold a bunch of Apache County properties, lots and lots and lots of them over time. Especially the main buyer is somebody that wants to go in with an RV and spend the winters there. Or they want to get out of Phoenix for the summer because it's higher elevation. It's cooler than Phoenix, but it's warmer than the north, all kinds of northern places. And they want low regulations. They want easy, wide open land. They have horses, especially. This is an easy place to roll up with your horses in an RV and just go have fun. So he's asking $7,995 for 40 acres, which is really cheap, or $850 down, $199 per month for 60 months. That seems like pretty easy terms too. So easy terms or easy cash, and you got 40 acres in Apache County that you can roll up in your RV and go make it yours. It looks like here's the location of this thing. Let's see what else he says. Taxes are always really low there too. $92 a year in taxes. This is 40 acres, guys. 40 acres, $92 a year in taxes. That's really cool. So if you dream of owning your own 40 acres, Apache is really easy. Navajo's another easy one to own them in too. Really low taxes, easy. Okay, so here's Petrified National Forest over here. It looks like it's up on the flats above a lot of the painted deserts. Sanders is over here. Let's see what the main turnoff would be to get here. I'm not sure if you come off the 191 or off the 40. Kind of looks like this road here, huh? That might be the... Is that train track? That might be the train track. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's train track. So there's a train track that goes near there. And this train track, if I'm not mistaken, has one train a day. It goes from a power plant to I think a coal mine. And so they go back and forth between the power plant and the coal mine. That's it. And it's not like freight trains flying through there, commuter trains flying through there. It's not train traffic. It's one train a day. So it's not like the tracks that I have in front of my house where they're constantly going back and forth. So it looks like there's somebody's got a house over here, and there's numerous different roads and trails around the area to get to this one. It looks like there's some bush on the property. It looks like it's at the tops of what starts to go downhill. So you might get some views from up here. I mean, you'd have to go check it out. But I mean, you could probably build on the hill and start looking over the edge a little bit. And it gives it a little topography, makes it fun too. It's not just flat and boring. So a cheap 40 acres and Apache. I think there's a couple of them on the website to choose from, but this is the latest one that's posted on here by Andy Barnhart. Thanks, Andy. That's cool. Mobile home lot in sunny southern Arizona. There we go. So someone's asking about mobile homes. Here's a mobile home at $499. Andy Barnhart. I'm surprised that one's still on the website. $499 for not a full quarter acre, but bigger than a fifth of an acre. See, he's got pictures. Looks like it's on a road. So if you want to get out of the mobile home park, or you want to just get away from a mortgage or rent or something, this could be a cheap, easy way to do it. So here's Douglas. Okay, so it's southern Cochise County. Close to the border, so you get a lot easier services and all kinds of things. Like you can go across the border to go to the pharmacy, and go across the border to go to the dentist, go across the border to go to the hospital, the doctor, and all kinds of specialists. You know, you want to get something reupholstered, you want to get your car fixed, you want to get some body work done on your car, you want to get it repainted, like all those kinds of things. Just cross the borders can be a lot faster, cheaper, easier. They'll just bang it out, and you come back, get some good tacos while you're there too. We got $499. Like, how can you not afford land? It's $499. You put a mobile home on there. I mean, that's just too easy. It's something like I almost have to ask what's wrong with that. I mean, it looks like the neighborhood's laid out. A couple people have started filling in. Yeah, mobile homes. People are starting to go for it. So there's the turnoff. Let's see if we can see the turnoff. Yeah, so there's the entrance to your community. This would be your road, and then looks like there's power lines. There might even be a power line along that road. It looks like telephone too. It's behind my head. Like right over here is telephone box out at the street. There's a bigger power line up ahead, overhead, but there's a smaller one going residential lines. You might even have power over in this neighborhood. Let's take a look at the satellite view on that thing. So I'm pretty sure that power line ran right up that road. Well, just across the street. It's just a golf ball shot across the street. I mean, look at this, like one stretch from here to here. I mean, if you just ran it from there to there, you'd be on the property. It's like one more pole gets power on the lot. Probably doesn't cost much of anything to get power hooked up to that property. $499. So that warms my heart to see stuff like that. People are always like, "Oh, I can't afford it." You got to be pretty hard up to not come up with $499 for a property. I mean, you could put it on a credit card. You could just skimp on groceries for a while. So here's another one. I've been working on this one. Asking $59,000. It's 20 acres. Got a bunch of trees and I think good view. And let's see. I'm gonna try to pull this one up. Photo guy. I just got the photo guy out there. Took some really good pictures and drone shots of the property. And not sure if I got the video up on this one yet or not, but that's something I'm gonna try to work on today and this week, is getting video up on a whole bunch of these. James Alton Farmer saying, Luke, my mom will trade Cochise, Arizona for Apache County, Arizona on right area. No Concho. So the Apache one we just had up there was Andy Barnhart owns that one. Maybe you could ask Andy. I don't think I have any Apaches up for sale right now. I think I'm all sold out of the ones that I personally have. And then James says, Luke, she would want to have a well, no water delivery properties in Apache County. Yeah, I mean, most all these Apache ones we're into are water delivery ones. But she likes Apache County, and her props in Cochise and Richland Estates RV okay, but CC and ours to build mobile home okay too. There you go. So James, maybe you could send more information about the properties. I can see if I can make a bid. Like if you send them to my email, luke@ruralvacantland.com, I'll try to put a bid on the properties, or some of the other guys that are doing Cochise properties on the website, like Andy. So I'm probably going to take a while to get back to you. I got so many deals going on, I can hardly keep up. Tracy Spencer says, hi, Luke. And Paul says, I think you guys are talking to each other. Yeah. Jenny Rodriguez is saying, PM me about your mom's place. There you go. You might have already found the buyer just in the comments. Paul, here in Colorado, you can grow all kinds of greens. There you go. Colorado's got a lot of stuff going for it. I mean, if you're looking to grow your greens, the regulations are opening up more and more all over the place, guys. Susan Bailey is saying, if you want a perfect plot of land, don't expect it to be cheap. That's just reality. Yeah, but I think they can be cheap relative to others in the area. And that's why a lot of our land sells faster than most. A lot of the land that's up for sale stays up for sale for years and years before somebody takes off with it. A lot of the land on ruralvacantland.com, because it's priced more like what the market is happening at, I think goes a lot faster. And generally, not always, but generally goes a lot faster. So this property, I'm asking $59,000. It is 20 acres, just a hair over 20 acres. It's in Placer County, California. And Placer County, I'll show you on the maps where Placer County is. It's up north. It's just inland of Sacramento, really, if you know where that is. And so I had the photo guy out there last weekend, or the weekend before last. I think it's 2 weeks ago that he visited this property. And it's this whole hill here. So this hill over the river, there's a river down below, there's a bunch of trees, and you could pick your spot on this hill. So it's the whole top of the hill and little bits dribbling off around the edges. And there's other homes spread around this area, and I think it's the North Fork American River that's in this next gorge over here. Some serious fishing if you can figure out the trails to go get into that area. But I mean, you just got, look at the colors. This is fall colors, 2 weeks ago, and the trees are lit up. It's been raining a lot the last week, so that probably knocked, rainy, windy and stuff, probably knocked a lot of the leaves off. But in the fall, it gets some nice colors. And it rains. It's been raining. It went from fires all over the place to rain all over the place, and now it's Northern California's open for business again. If you want to go drive around and look at land, people were calling me saying they can't get to the land because the road's blocked for fires and stuff. I don't think any of the properties I'm into burn, but still messed up a lot of the tours people are taking to properties. so that you just get this big hill. I mean, you get the whole top side of this hill that you can make your own, do what you want to do with it. So I think it's this hill over here, if I've got the right angle. I think it's still over here. So there's a turn off to the property, and there's a gate there. It says no trespassing. The seller said they left two trailers on the property. And looking at the maps and everything, there's two trailers behind this gate, but they appear to be on the neighbor's property. So they haven't, the owners, the previous owners haven't been up there for years, and so the trailers are old and not taken care of and everything. But they drove in there and kept them on the property, and they used to visit the property until their age got beyond them and they stopped going to the property. And so this road goes through someone else's property back to the property, and so I'm not exactly sure how to get through their property to that next property. I mean, like, you just gotta, without asking, so it's just gonna take the right person to get up there and just figure it out. I mean, there's little trails and routes all over throughout the area too. And it's just this whole bump here, and there's roads back here, but there's just a little strip of land between the main road and this property that's got the two trailers on it. And I'll try to do street view and show you what I mean. It just looks like a beautiful area. So here's a shot of the two trailers that are next door. It looks like fifth wheel kind of thing. So here's a paved road, and there's street view on this road. We'll go into street view there in a sec. And then there's the two trailers, and then it goes into all the property. So I think there's someone else's property here, and I'm thinking there's easements and stuff, but I'm not 100% sure. So that's the crux of this property, is the access. And it looks like there's trails that come around this way and this way. This would be the straightest one where those two trailers are. And then supposedly somewhere on this property there's two old trailers that the owners left. So this is the shape of the property. There's the two trailers next door and a route that goes in there. But if you get in there and get under the trees, go search it out, I'm sure it'd be a lot easier to figure out. So let's blow this map up. So here's some property lines. And we got the street over here. If we drag this guy in, I think we can drive the street and take a look at this thing. So it just looks like beautiful trees and nature. Whenever they drove this street view, it looks like a beautiful day. Average California sunny day, right? So this road, Iowa Hill Road's paved. It's almost a one-lane road. There's nobody around to bug you. And I think this is a turn off. So when this was shot in the past, the turn off just went back there, and then newer pictures have this gate in there since then. And if we go up here and look back around the corner, whenever this was shot back in the past, see, there's a trailer down there. Someone's got an Airstream. There's an actual truck there, so I'm thinking they're occupied whenever this was taken 5 years ago or something. Pictures. Really got to get up there and take a look at it for yourself to see what it is. And let me know what you come up with. So I think there might be multiple turnoffs. There might be another one up here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm just seeing things. This is what I do all day. I just explore land, Google maps and satellite, street view, try to figure it out. Like, does it work? I don't know. But you get the picture. So it's a bunch of bush, bunch of trees going back, privacy off to the side here, and you could just go for it. So, I mean, this is the kind of land I'd like to build a cabin on. Asking $59,000, 20 acres, Placer County. I wanted to do, let me do a zoom out of where this is in California. We'll move on to the next property, I swear. Let's get maps. So Iowa Hill, there's a little town of Colfax. There's Lake Tahoe. Here's Sacramento. Here's San Francisco. So just up the hill from Sacramento, like as you're going to go to Truckee or Reno or up the 80, and you turn off. Might have to turn off a little earlier because there's some rivers in the way. But I'm sure you can figure it out. Just put it into Google, and Google will route you over there. You can go take a look at it and see if this is the right property for you. I'd love to get some reports, people taking a look at this property, see what the access is like, and yeah, see whoever runs with it, right? That's part of buying land. First one there is usually the one that buys it or tells me there's something dreadfully wrong with it. We gotta go try to solve it. Money, time, whatever. There's always ways to solve it. Next one, I'm really proud of this one too. This one, I got to make videos about a lot of these properties. I'm gonna try to do that this week, but for now we'll scratch the surface of them. Asking $29,995 for this one, basically 30 grand, right? And it's in Gila County, Arizona. Gila County is, I'll show you where this is on a map. So we had a picture guy go out here. I think this is 2 weeks ago, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I haven't made a video about it. But it's right on the Salt River. The Salt River to me is legal description. Like Gila and Salt River is every legal description in Arizona bases off the Salt River Basin Prime Meridian. So I'm always writing legal descriptions and dealing with legal descriptions on land. Now I finally got a property that's actually on the Salt River. I'm like, there is a Salt River. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that. You know, so I feel like a nimwit. But there is a Salt River, and this is the Salt River. And when the water's flowing, they use this river for whitewater rafting and canoeing. And this property, the previous owners were using this property to launch rafts off of, to go whitewater rafting in the river. So this property is riverfront. There's a road not too far away. This is a view of the bush in the area, and turn off to get to the property. And it's back in the bush. It looks like neighbors have a cow or horse or something going on there. Cows, they got cows. So the drone's probably chasing the cows around. But it's this kind of area. It's cow country with these kinds of bushes down by the river. It's on the river. And there's 3 lots. There's 3 different lots. I think one of them's on the river. 2 of them are back behind it. I'm trying to sell them as a group. And so what you could do is you could sell, looks like there's some trash in the area. Might be fun to set a bonfire to when it's not the dry season. Or just use it for shooting practice. And you could buy this thing and you could sell 2 of the lots off. Like keep the one on the river. You could probably even split them up more if you really wanted. But you could sell them off and you could make a campground out of it. You could have your friends come park RVs there or whatever. So I think this is the river coming down through here. Let's see if I can get this right. So here's the main road. So it's everything between the road and the river is the property. And there's this little trail that comes up to get access into the property. And what I really got to do is get this on the map. So there's an old, good luck moving into that one. But make a good postcard. I went to Arizona and this is what I found. Couple rats and a rattlesnake living inside. But there's I think this is a trail getting up into the property. There's power lines in the area, so power, water, road, and then to the back there's a mining operation. This is one of the oldest mining operations around. They do gold smelting, and the smelter's still going. I don't think they're still mining stuff, but they're still Codelco is trucking ore in to smelt, and so they high grade the stuff and then they truck it in and they use the old smelter and they go for it. So the town is built around the smelter, and it's a mining town. And so I don't know what more there is to say. It's a mining town, but the river runs through there, and this property is on the river near the town. You can see all the buildings up here. So a lot of the buildings are all about the mining operation that is now closed. It's not operating anymore to my knowledge. Power lines. Yeah, so here's a Sarco mining operation. Here's the river, and then the property is everything between the highway and the river. And I got to get better maps of the lot lines on here. I'll do that. But for now, we can look at this, see if this works. A2 says, I went tubing down the Salt River once. Fun trip. Nice. I wonder what the water quality's like. Is it really salty? Is why they call it Salt River or what? I don't know. It's a mining operation over there. It's the Gila River over here. They call it the Gila River. I think it's the Gila and Salt River, but whatever. Power lines, trails. I mean, it's this whole area. It's just a good place to go launch whitewater rafting. So if you want to set up your own whitewater rafting operation for the rainy season, this is the place to do it. Launch here and go on down the river from there. So 30 grand for 3 properties on the river. They make 15 acres together. Let's move on to the next one. 5 acres to Tehachapi. This is Kern County. I think this is going to be Willie's land. Oh, listen to this. James Alton Farmer says, Luke, U.S. Forest Service has the Salt River Recreation Tubing business between something Sutton and somewhere else. $15 a day for giant tube and free bus shuttle services. Wear lots of sunscreen. There you go. So I wonder if they have a monopoly on that business, or they just they've got it set up and you can go for it. So look at this. Willie got pictures of this one. These look like actual photos of it. Looks like he got drone shots of the property. Let's see if we can figure it out. So this is Tehachapi. This is Kern County. This would be between Bakersfield and what's the other side of Bakersfield? Like you get down to California City and Palmdale and you know that whole side. So I think it's the 395 that goes through there. I'm not exactly sure which freeway goes through there. But you get some higher elevations and you get some neat weather and you get some neat views in the hills. And it's not that far from Los Angeles. So it looks like he's getting some rocks and some views of the hills. And there were some pictures in here that made me think of a couple different people that were asking for land like this. Let me see if I can get to the pictures. This looks like a picture from above. There we go. Look at this. So you got these rock outcroppings in the land. That looks like the perfect kind of stuff to go dig your home into the side of the hill and get natural cooling. I'm not sure which direction this property's facing. Right there, look at that one. So numerous people have asked me for properties that have steep hills that they can dig into. I mean, you might have to get a jackhammer or something to slice through this stuff, but I bet you could dig in here and sink your home, sink your foundation, whether it's shipping container or block home or whatever, into the side of the hill and use the cool from the hill to offset the heat from the day in the summer and get views out over the valley. So a lot of people ask for those kinds of topography actions, and it looks like this property's got it. How much is he asking for this? $4,900. No, this is Chris Gibson. I was thinking Willie had this one. Chris has this one. $4,900, 5 acres in Tehachapi. It's Kern County. I'm thinking status under contract. Oh, he might have sold it already. You have to ask him. Doesn't say for sale. Maybe it's like somebody's already buying it. Explore the vast space in this 40-acre Yavapai lot. Which one is this? Michael. Michael's new to the website. Welcome, Michael. Thanks for posting properties on the website. And so 40 acres, Yavapai County. He's asking $16,000. Yavapai is really hard for me to buy properties in. I've tried numerous times. I don't think I ever offer enough money. It's very spread. Up here by Ash Fork, Sligman, properties get cheaper, and down south they go banana crazy prices. Looks like this one's got, looks like there's a trail over here that might get you into the corner of the property. Looks like it's got some trees or bush juniper bush on the property. I need to get some better maps on here to show you the lot lines, like interactive. But here's a 40, so 40 is not very far north of here. There's an alpaca ranch. I just stayed in an alpaca ranch a couple of weeks ago or a month ago with the kids. We took a fall break and stayed in alpaca ranch. I'd never been around alpacas much, but that was fun. Make these funny little noises. I asked them, what do they do with the alpacas? And they're basically lawn ornaments. They don't do anything with them. They're just kind of fun to look at. You feed them every day. They don't eat anywhere near as much as horses. So I think people like just look at animals grazing around. Alpacas could be a good one if you don't want to ride them. So yeah, so I think this little road here goes to the corner. Oh, looks like it goes right through the property. Yeah, so if you want to go figure out 40 acres in Yavapai County, oh, look at this. It looks like a neighbor might have a trailer out there. Something. I bet you could go RV it or mobile home it or build a cabin, build a place of your own, get away from it all. Probably got some good views in the area. So how much was that? $16,000 for 40 acres in Yavapai County. Yavapai is always more expensive than most of the rest of the counties. You're closer to lots of supplies, people, and things too. 6.6 acres, Coconino County. Let's take a look at this. Michael again. Good job, Michael's coming up with properties. $12,499. 6.6 acres. Coconino County. Looks like it's got some bush on it. Juniper bushes. Looks like you can drive up to it. Looks like there's a little trail. Cave house. Oh, Tracy Spencer saying, yeah, cave house. Guys talking about cave house. Yeah, I think you're referring to the Tehachapi property for sure. Put a cave house in that one. I don't know if the regulations allow it, but the topography looks like it'd be a good one for it. Ooh, look at this. You got a bunch of people in the area. So this is a Coconino County one. For whatever reason, the exact pin on the map doesn't seem to be coming up. But maybe it's still loading. This looks like a neat area. Cab Estates. See where we're at. There's the 40 Ash Fork. Okay, so we're just north of Ash Fork, north of the 40. Yeah, you get some nice bushes in here. So people tend to take off of these properties a lot more, I've noticed. We'll see how long this one lasts on the website. Because you can drive up and you can park in the bush. And when you got the bushes like this, it breaks up the view. You can't see the neighbors. Neighbors can't see you as well. You don't have to be so far out in the middle of nowhere to get away with whatever you want. That makes it fun. So 12.499, basically $12,500 for that one, 6.5 acres. 6.8 acres, Van Buren County, Michigan. Oh, who's buying Michigan? Let's see what this is. Patricia, $22,900. Nice. So I've mailed a bunch of offers in Michigan. People just yell at me. Oh man, they get so mad. Maybe I didn't offer enough money. I don't know. But I've never been able to pull off deals in Michigan. I'm from Michigan. You'd think I'd know how to do it. Paul Horsfield is saying, having to sign out T's on the table. My guess for the answer is Salt River by now. Yeah, that'd be a good question, the Salt River one. So Van Buren County, I think that's in the southwest. I'm not 100% sure. We'll figure it out. Yeah, this is what Michigan's all about. I grew up fishing in Michigan. It's getting really hot in here, guys. I gotta take my sweater off. But my sister never went fishing with me like that. My dad never even went fishing. He would never go with me. It was always just me. My dad was always working. Some birds. Yeah, this looks like Michigan. Total Michigan. Some street view shots of it. It's on the river or close to the river. So here's the property. Let's see if we can figure this out. I don't know if there should be a moose in that picture. Van Buren County, Michigan. Let's see where Van Buren is. There's a lot of counties in Michigan. I don't know that one. Paw Paw. This is up north. Here's Walmart. No, it is. Yeah, it is southwest. It's Kalamazoo. Yeah, I don't think she should have pictures of moose in there. But white-tailed deer. There's a lot of white-tailed deer in the area. Some bunch of lakes. Lakes and trees. Green. Southern Michigan is just going to be green, green, green. White-tailed deer all over the place. So it looks like there's other houses in the area. It says there's an ATM. Grocery, restaurant across the street. Okay. Let's say 6.6 acres along the main road, Red Arrow Highway, across from the flea market. So $22,900 for 6.8 acres in Michigan. Here's 19.5 acres in Kern County, California. So we're getting properties all across the country. Florida, Alabama, Michigan, California, California, California. Patricia got this one again. She's out of Chicago. Fun one to talk to. She's got $6,250 and for 19.5 acres. She's got some pictures. I'm not sure if these are of the land. This is probably street view of the area. This might be pictures of the area. This is up by Cuddleback. Okay. So this is north of Kramer Junction. So Barstow's over here. I've had numerous properties up in this area over time. And the people that usually buy them are really excited about dirt biking, off-roading, and shooting guns, and just getting away from it. Because you got Los Angeles down here, and it's probably like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive up to this area. And then there's no people. So it goes from, you know, millions and millions and millions of people to no people in like a 2-hour drive. So you can really get away from all the people and go explore some freedom. $6,250 for almost 20 acres, a good chunk of land, and $228 a year in taxes. This is still California. It's really cheap taxes for a property that size. Just open, ready to go for it. So go take a look at that one if you're coming out of LA and you're looking for some freedom land to do what you want. Here's some El Paso. So Curtis keeps coming up with these El Paso ones that they just keep selling. Look, it's $3,000. This is a cheaper one. See if we can look at some of his pictures. So he's got some lot lines. Looks like it's in a neighborhood. Where the heck is this? Okay, so this is probably El Paso over here, and then it's out on the outskirts of town. That's probably why it's cheaper. Yeah, here's El Paso, and he's starting to get up to the foothills of the mountains. So his town blows out. This would be the outer rims of the area. $3,000 for 0.6 acres in El Paso County, Texas. There's some more El Paso. 0.61. $15,000 he's asking for this one. Cash sale. He's looking for cash. And let's see. He's got a video about it. I'm not going to open his video, but that'd be a good one. Horizon Boulevard, East Lake Boulevard. Somebody's got some tires over here. You could probably use that. It's building materials. Property location. So it looks like he sent a drone out there to get some shots, because this is actual property and it's up elevated. It's not very far away from the action. It's just a clean slate. Go build what you want in these properties without anyone bothering you. Look at this, all filled in right around the corner, and then these ones are open, ready, waiting for you. 33-minute drive to downtown El Paso, 25 miles. So you could easily commute into, if you worked at the zoo or wherever, you could go for it. It's $15,000. There's another one. I think this is 2 lots over, if I remember right. $20,000. He's got a couple of those. I'm gonna lose track of time. Looks like he's got a bunch of them. So 0.61 acres, $15,000. Half acre for $20,000. Curtis he keeps going for it. That area, I mean, he keeps coming up with the properties. There's Castilla County, Colorado. Let's see what this is. $4,500. We might be getting into ones from 2 weeks ago. Echo screen saying, I just got on. Did Luke talk about Arizona? I would like to do a bulk buy in Navajo. I haven't talked about any Navajo properties yet on this call. I have in future ones. Right now I'm going through properties that are new to the website in the last week or two. There's a bunch of properties in Navajo that are on the website. If you do the map search and zoom in on Navajo County, or if you go to listings and just go down to Arizona and Navajo, you can see a bunch of the properties that have got in Navajo. If you're looking to do a bulk buy and then sell them off on terms, there's a bunch of them there to choose from. I've got advertising on a bunch of them. If you want me to put them back up for sale on terms, we could do some kind of deal there, and you could turn them into cash flow. I mean, lots of times you could probably double or triple the price on them and sell them for $100 a month or $200 a month or something, and people probably be joyous happy to buy them from you because of the financing. Even at the higher price, you could probably multiply your money doing that, buying a bunch of those Navajo properties or a lot of the other properties on the website. And you don't have to advertise them with me. I mean, you could put them up with realtors. You could put them up on Zillow. It doesn't cost anything to put them on Zillow. You could put them on Craigslist. You could put them on a bunch of the land websites. They'll charge you an arm and a leg to go post them on there. But, a lot of the websites out there, you could post them up on and put them up for sale, or you could go promote them on Facebook or any of the social media stuff. And a lot of people will pick off those properties if you put owner financing on there. And yeah, I think you could, I'm not going to say easily double, triple your money, but I'm pretty sure you could double, triple your money in a lot of those properties over time. It's be a lot better than stock markets and bank yields and all kinds of things. And you make people really happy to be able to buy the property and go for it and love it. And there's a huge ripple effect in that kind of deal. So if you really are serious about buying a bulk lot like that, I mean, let me know. I'll negotiate some deal. I'm sure we can figure out a better deal for you. Make it easier for me. I can always just go get more. I mean, that's, you can do it again and again and again. So here's Castilla County, Colorado, $4,500 for 5 acres. David Aris has this one. Dave keeps coming up with these properties. It's so much fun. I met he and his wife at a conference 2 or 3 months ago now, and yeah, it's cool. I mean, he sold, what did he say, 85 properties in like 3 months or something. I mean, it's a lot of properties. to put all the ads together, do all the paperwork and everything on. And they're smaller dollar properties, but he's done a lot of them. It's fun to see. He just goes and goes and goes and goes. So here's another one, $4,500 for 5 acres in Colorado. Let's see where this is at. He's got a buy it now button. He'll also do $199. Oh, well. Finance price, $4,500. Discounted cash price, if you want to do cash, he'll do $1,987 plus $199 for closing. So you do buy it now to pay it for cash, or he'll finance it $4,500. So there's a view of the kinds of differences between cash and terms. So lots of times, I mean, if you try to go sell the terms on one of these things, I mean, you're often talking about getting like 40, 50, 60 cents on the dollar. So when people are asking for terms, it's like, yeah, of course you should pay a lot more, like double or triple or something on easy terms versus the cash price, because that's just where the market is on these things. They're vacant land. So here we go. Here's the property, and this is Castilla County, Colorado. Here's St. Louis. It's the closest town. Looks like there's some farming operations in the area. San Cristo Mountains. A bunch of nice mountains to look at. Blanca. So you're going to see a bunch of these mountains. Fort Garland. As we zoom out some more, we see Denver here somewhere. Yeah, Denver, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Trinidad. If you come over into here, away from the major roads, prices drop off, and you got this valley. You can buy 5 acres in for not much money. 4.96 acres for like $2,000 basically cash. Cochise County again. Let's see what this one is. 1.12 acres, $895. Look at that. Andy Barnhart again, $895. Cochise County, 1.12 acres. These properties, I'm not sure what the zoning is on these. Let's see if he says. Sun sites. Doesn't say what the actual zoning is. But if you call the county on it and ask if you can do owner builder, I wouldn't be surprised if you can do owner builder on this property, and then you could build whatever you want without the county looking over your shoulder and doing inspections. So they seem to be pretty open to that in that county. I'm not 100% sure if this property is open to it or not, but $895. I mean, you could call the county before you bought it and find out. But even for $895, I mean, you can still you can still build the code if you have inspection. I mean, what's the big deal? It's if you build the code, it's going to be a lot easier to sell the property. It's going to be a lot easier to finance it. It's going to be a lot easier to do a lot of things. Kern County, California. Let's see, 5 acres or $4,899. There's Aaron English, $4,899. This is for 5 acres, Kern County, California. Let's see where this is. I got to get the maps going on a lot of these properties. I'm just going to cut and paste the GPS because it doesn't seem to be, the map doesn't seem to be set up on that one. So I'm going to cut and paste the GPS into Google Maps, and then we'll see where it is. I just took one of the corners, so this isn't the actual center of the property. It's one of the corners, so I'm not sure which one it is. They probably look the same anyway. Mojave Boulevard. I've owned properties in this area. So this is wide open land. You got the proving grounds up here. You got Mojave over here. You got Edwards Air Force Base, Rosamond, Palmdale, Lancaster. So as you come out the 395 and go over or up through Lancaster, whatever that road is, and over, you can get to this property. So a lot of people have bought properties from me in this area. I mean, they ask if they can shoot their guns there, and I think so, because I'm from Michigan and shoot guns all over the place. But I'm pretty sure you can. There's nobody around to bother you. No one's going to tell you otherwise. You can have your own place not too far from Los Angeles to go shoot guns. And a lot of the city guys are like, oh, I need a backstop for my shoot into and everything. Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea. But I mean, I don't think you really actually need it. It's more of in your head. So I think you could go set up and shoot. Look at that. There's power lines too. There's power line. Probably make it easy to go build. This might be bigger power lines. They don't look that big. I'm not sure if you'll be able to use these ones for residential or not. But it looks like there's power lines there. Let's try the next one. $4,899 for 5 acres, Kern County, California, not too far from Los Angeles. Let's see what's up next. $895 in Cochise. We already looked at a bunch of these Cochise. I'm going to try to skip a little faster. 2.5 acre lot in San Bernardino County, California. I don't think we've done any San Bernardino so far yet today. See if the chat. Janet Lane says aloe vera plants would make you money. Everyone buys the gel for healing burns. People drink the juice, and this plant grows wild in desert, but illegal to pick. Huh. Aloe vera is pretty easy to plant and grow. I've grown aloe vera. There's different kinds. Some of them grow easier than others. They multiply. You gotta like take the root balls and break them apart and spread them around. So Willie has this one, $5,990, basically $6,000 cash or $249 a month for 30 months for 2.5 acres, San Bernardino County, California. Willie's had a bunch of these San Bernardino County, Kern County, Los Angeles County properties. San Bernardino County was one of the first counties I started buying land in. I learned a lot buying, trading land there. Should go back and do some more. It's always land deals in San Bernardino County. It's such a big county. I think it's the largest county in this country. Old Woman Springs Road. Look at this. You get little roads around the area. Maybe not leading straight up to the property, but pretty close. Neighbors look like they've got irrigation and stuff going on. Lucerne Valley, so you're not very far from Lucerne Valley. Yeah, so that Lucerne Valley, you can go up the backside of Big Bear. And so you can go up and go skiing, go hiking in the trees and the mountains, take your dog for a walk around the lake, that kind of stuff. There's a couple lakes. Not very far away at all. There's some restaurants up there and grocery stores and stuff too. But I mean, you're probably faster shot over to Apple Valley where you get supplies and things because it's switchback kind of alpine-ish road going up that way. So you're down in the warm desert, but you're close to the forest and nature and stuff right up the hill too. It's a neat place to be. That's why it's nice, hot, dry deserts, because that big mountain's sitting right to the back side of the property. It's kind of like Palm Springs hiding right behind the mountain too. So you get further away from the mountain, the winds pick up. It's not as desirable, but when you're in the backside of the mountains like that, you get a lot less wind, you get a lot more pleasant desert climate, and you're close to the mountains. If you want to go up into the mountains, get a different scene. So yeah, he's buy now or terms, he's ready to go. He's set up and ready to go for it. It's another Kern County 5 acres. We looked at a bunch of these. Los Angeles County 5 acres. You know, $5.5 grand, $6.5 grand is financing. So a lot of these have financing available. I'm going to be a little partial. I'm going to go to this next one. It's one of my properties. El Dorado County, California, 5 acres, drive up in the woods. I had a photo guy go out to this one recently. I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago. He looked at this property I haven't had a chance to really do any coverage of this one yet. I wanted to get video and photo loaded to the website and everything. Maybe I did get the videos up there. So I got some of the drone shots up there, all the drone shots to give you everything I know. And there's a little road that goes right up to the property. I wish I could make this a little bigger, but it's this property right in here. So there's homes on either side. Well, there's a home on this side. There's a home on the other side of the street. Looks like people are doing RV life on the other side of the street. I'm guessing you could probably do that here. And it's just a lot of nice trees. It's kind of fall looking feel, and there's a little funky color in the air because of all the fires are going on when he took these pictures. But yeah, I mean, it's just nice woods all over the place. Here's the turn off to the property. There's a gate to get a bit closer. So this would be your gate. I mean, what I would do is I'd bring the clippers with me and clip one of the links off and put my own padlock on there. So then it's just my gate, because this gate goes to, I think, a home or a couple different lots up there, but the lot that I'm selling is just up on the left a hair. You just add your own padlock, and then you can come and go as you please. There's pictures of the trees and off to the side. So this is the road. The lot's just off the side of this road. There's the neighbors' operations on the other side of the street. There's a power line not too far from there. Yeah, so there's a power line, you got neighbors over here, there's a house over here, and this is the Light Canyon Road, and it's all the eastern side of this road. So I think this is more of the flat usable stuff here, and then it starts dropping off the hill a little bit down here. Yeah, so you can see the topography. So this is more of the usable stuff for the fat bands, and then they get a little bit skinnier over here. But these other people on the other side of the road, I mean, there's kind of like a hill in between. They're going to be over here. Let's see if I can pull this up on the map. Yeah, so I put a bunch of videos of the property in there. But if you want to go find it, go look up El Dorado County, 4.89 acres on ruralvacantland.com. I'm asking $44,000 for this one. Some of the cheapest land in the county, or is the cheapest land in the county, that kind of size. Some mobile homes on the other side, so I think you can mobile home it in this area. I'll zoom out and I'll show you where we're at in the world. So you got a river down here. Not sure which river that is. Is it Placerville? Let's see. Yeah, Placerville. So it's just north of Placerville. Starting to get up into the federal land. So it's got federal land behind it. So you got Sacramento over here and Placerville to the south. Then you drive up some of these little roads. And you get back in there from a couple different angles. Looks like you'd come off of Georgetown Road, Shoefly Road. Let's see if any of these work. Oh, look at that. You can turn off a Dark Canyon Road. Let's see if we get the turn off. Shoefly Road, Dark Canyon Road. Somewhere in here. Yeah, so here's a turn off. So you're like driving through the woods as you get out there. Looks like something's for sale in the area. Maybe check out the other for sale signs. You know they're not going to be as cheap as mine, so go. Why the heck not? Go look at them. I don't care. Mine's going to be cheaper, and go check the place out. Then drive down here, drive up, and then there's a gate over here. You got to add a lock to the gate, and then it's all government land behind it. So you're driving through government land for a lot of the ride out there, and then you're backed up to government land too. So if you want to go, you know, hunting or something, I mean, you got a whole bunch of land here you can go hunting on behind you. It looks like this government land hasn't been, there's more trees here. Some trails, looks like someone else might be accessing this government land. So you could live in a 5 acre and feel like you're on a 100 acre or something by taking in that government land, getting to know that as well. So I'm really proud of this property. I like these kinds of properties. 5 acres in El Dorado County, California. I'm gonna try to make some more, get some more information about the zoning and rules and regulations and uses and stuff, and put some videos together and present this one to you hopefully sometime this week. So we're getting into page 4. It's like 40 something properties here since I've done an update. Just last week I was technical difficulties. Los Angeles County, another 5 acres in Los Angeles County, $6.5 grand or $199 down, $199 a month. So this is probably the backside of Los Angeles. Here's another El Dorado. Is this the same one? Some more properties got added to the website while I'm trying to go down the list. I think this is the same one. So I'm trying to give updates and go forward, and more properties getting added to the website. It's going faster than I can give updates, guys. 4.89 acres. This is the same one. 2 properties just got added. $9,000 for 1.07 acres in El Paso County, Texas. Here's another $9,000 for just over 1 acre in El Paso County, Texas. Look at this, Wisconsin, Polk County. Justin Sleva. Okay. Thanks, Justin, for posting this one. I think we're starting to get back to where I think we might be getting into properties I reviewed in the past. So it's $12,000 for 2 acres in Polk County, Wisconsin. So look at this. Trees, trees, trees. Nice and green. This looks like springtime in Wisconsin. Got a dirt road and ferns and green. Good place to build a cabin, hunting cabin, fishing cabin. I'm sure there's a bunch of fishing around the area. Look at that. Some birch trees laying on the ground. Maple trees, ash trees. Looks like some beautiful countryside. These look like trillium. Like sweet white flowers in the spring. Yeah, so there's some small lakes in the area, streams. This is Wisconsin. Of course, there's going to be some. Here's Big Butternut Lake. I'm sure there's more lakes around. Look at that. Trees and trees and trees. Let's see if we can find it on the map. $12,000 for 2 acres in Polk County. Let's use this map instead. Big Butternut Lake. Bone Lake. There's gonna be lakes all over the place. Okay, so Lake Michigan's to the north, Minneapolis. Okay, so we're not too far from Minneapolis. That's where that one is. So that's cool. We got some Wisconsin on the site now. Here's another Wisconsin. It's Florence County, Wisconsin. $10,000 for 2.5 acres. Justin Sleva again. $10,000 for 2.5 acres. And trees and ferns. This is good, solid looking land. This would be a great place to have a cabin. You put one up here for the summer, one in Arizona or down south somewhere for the winter. This is the kind of countryside I grew up in. And I think I reviewed these properties on previous call. So I think we've made it past the tipping point. Or maybe there's a couple of them on here that came on. $10,000 for 2.5 acres. Looks like it's on a little stream. Nice clear stream, sandy bottom looking stream. You could probably drink water out of a stream like that. It's good, solid looking land. riverfront parcel. Oneida County, Wisconsin. $25,000 for 5 acres on the river. It's a good looking river. Probably catch some fish in there. It's got some rocks on the land. Lots of trees. Okay, I remember this one from last time. So I think we've gone back. Lake Superior. Okay, so let me see if I can catch up on some comments, see if I missed any. Redefined Living saying, oh, the Wi-Fi is horrible where I live. He's missing it. Yeah, people talking about cabin land. Gold Color saying alpaca wool, some of the best in the world. Yeah, you can trim the alpacas. It's a lot harder job than getting it off a sheep. I mean, they don't, but you can do it. That's true. I was saying there's not really much of a use for alpaca, but lawn furniture. He's saying he could use it. A2 is saying, yes, Gold Color. Desert farm is extremely hard. I have tried. The soil sucks. Water doesn't drain yet. Evaporates. The sun fries everything and the wind destroys it too. Yeah, no, it's hard. It's a climate where you grow something special. Tracy Spencer saying, where's your land, Luke? I've been buying a bunch of the California ones recently. Is it bad that I want to just deal with you, Luke? Let's see. So I'm just trying to catch up on the comments here. I'll get you guys. Yeah, after the 30-day wait, it didn't take long to get our deed. We agree on how to show you can't beat free. Yeah, it's free, right? It takes some time to get the paperwork, but just looking at the site, I can smell the pines. Lisa First Name Sap says, yeah, no, that's neat. There's some good pine tree ones. Let me transition this over. Okay, so I'm trying to run through the chat here. See if I missed any solid questions. Talking about Wisconsin, only a few hours away from me. Beautiful too. Yeah, DD Love 2001. Yeah, Wisconsin's got a lot of beautiful land, so it's neat to see some on the website now. Wisconsin is nice in the summer. Yeah, exactly. It's nice in the summer, and then the winter, geez, just gets cold. Girl Cacting Coiners. Oh, so I think I've caught up with the chat. I don't think I'm missing any major questions in there. And so I think it's time to say thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I want to give some land away. And so I'm going to give, people keep asking, I think it's just going to be some more of these Arkansas properties. It's because they're easy. And looks like we've given away a bunch of them in the past. And I was saying at the beginning of the show how many we've given away in the past. So if you can chime in to the chat, I'm going to pull the chat up on the screen and say how many these Arkansas properties have given away in the past in these live feeds. That would be really cool. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to try to transition this thing over, see if it loads. And because I was saying the number towards the beginning. Yeah, there we go. So Lisa First Name Sap, looks like she got it. And I remember that name. I wonder if she already won one. I've seen her on the calls numerous times. Maybe that's where it's from. I don't see her on there, but I think Lisa's got it. So Lisa First Name Sap's first one to say 60. So giving away 60 properties so far on these live calls. I think that's a lot of fun. it doesn't cost me much money. It's a lot more paperwork than anything, but you can see how I do it. You can see the paperwork. I'm going to need you to sign stuff, and we send it to the state, and we get some land. And then you can go sell the land. You could sell it yourself. You could have me sell it. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. You could build on it. Hopefully you make YouTube videos about building on it and making something, making a really cool whatever you make, and turn it into something, give it to your kids, give it to whoever, and run with it. So thank you, Lisa. If you could email Gilian, Gilian, at ruralvacantland.com. I'm gonna put it into the chat so you can cut and paste it. If you would email Gilian and tell her the name that you would like the land in, so the title, the address that you want the deed sent to, and the future tax bills on the property sent to, and what else? Your mailing address, your contact information, the title that you want the land owned in. That would be great, and then I can do the paperwork to get you some land, and then you can do what you want with it. If you want me to resell it, I'll charge you 50% of the profits. I'll post it up on the website. I'll make ads about it, and find somebody that wants to run with it, and you can, we'll split the money. You go, I'll do all the paperwork and make it happen, and you can turn it into cash. If you want to do it a bunch of times, we could do that too. Go buy a bunch of others. If someone else wants to do that, let me know. That's part of it. That's what I do. A bunch of different properties. Yeah, Patricia Smith saying 350 properties posted. Exactly. There's a bunch of properties up for sale right now. Trying to give you guys updates on some of them. So we did that. Went through a bunch of them today. I'm gonna try to get better maps and videos about a lot of those out. And just thank you everybody for chiming in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching this show. It means a lot to me. And go look at the land. Let me know what you think. Buy your favorite one. Talk to you guys later.